Every day you think how the world's taught such a senseless amount of cruelty and tests. How often do you ask yourself about the sense of this ruleless game without truth and justice? But is it that sensible as it seems to the souls sunk in the abyss of this insane game? We've heard the legends about the old times when people were like gods, when they nourished love to everything and had super abilities. But what made them enjoy the fruits of the Tree of Knowledge? It was the most global experiment of soul's collective choice in favor of creating ideal conditions for a maximally high pace of evolution and development of the soul. The most ancient cosmic race in our galaxy, following the longest way of evolution, whose age is millions of years, intervened in the experiment to subordinate and control people, genetically changed humans' DNA into a maximally simplified form, which greatly narrowed the range of perception of the world and humans' abilities, herewith completely cutting the memory at the moment of birth. People with externally imposed direction of a technological development, degraded as a biological entity, descended into chaos and endless wars, holding on to the illusion of their limited physical existence. Invader race is the oldest and still slowly progressing in the most natural way, opposite to the human race in the speed of development. This is one of the key players of this game, known as the Reptilians. Despite the alleged impossibility, reptilian form of development is the most natural in the world. In the story about creating the world in 7 days, reptilian biological form is created first. A slow, quiet, barely moving stream of events turned into a huge boiling cauldron of events, giving the soul's many forms of choice in the way of development. For a few millennia, which is a ridiculous figure in a cosmic scale, the experiment brought huge portions of experience to the souls. The secret of managing the dark polarized races is that during the genetic interference with the DNA of people on Earth, there was left a small group of hybrid creatures with more DNA helices than in humans, which allows the Annunaki races and Reptilians embodying humans while keeping truncated abilities of ordinary people, such as the memory of the other incarnations. These families are the shadowy puppeteers and interbreed only among themselves. Shadow governments continue to secretly communicate with other dark polarized races, such as the Grey, concealing this information from the public. Incarnating souls have the possibility to choose their own path of development, from a quiet, slow one to a fast and difficult one. Overcoming the polarities is the key goal of this game, to come out of it and move into the high reality that has a structure of an interpenetrating layer cake with a gradation of density of each layer, from the highest realities to the gross physical world. Each of them corresponds to the density of beings incarnated in it. The beings who chose a technocratic way of serving themselves cannot be embodied in density higher than the fourth. The Reptilians race exists precisely in the fourth. Having put itself into the trap of evolutionary development, they use the negatively stained emissions of human emotions as food. Using the less developed races as an intermediary service to themselves, they arranged a large pasture for reproducing the negative emotions, thereby unconsciously providing a powerful catalyst for the human race. One of the intermediary races, the Grey, who, along the path of technocracy, degraded to the point of absence of self-reproduction, have been involved in their own PR campaign for a long time, paving the way for possible future contact with the aim of catalyzing the solution of their global problems. Now, following the path of technological development, are you ready to get rid of these false values and jump onto another track?